Happy Wednesday morning, everybody. On this Wednesday night, we are racing dirt. We are racing on dirt at Tri-City Speedway in Granite City, Illinois. It's all part of the Hell Tour. It's hell because it's 100 degrees out and it can be rough, but it is the Summer Nationals. Looking forward to running my Sunoco dirt car over there tonight. So as they say down south, y'all come out now here. All right, everybody. I don't want to do it. But it's everywhere. I always say that I report on what I see Bob Pockrass or Jeff Gluck say, and Jeff Gluck has done some big reporting on this. And man, it's one of those deals where it's none of our business, doesn't have anything to do with me. But boy, it sure is a hell of a soap opera. NASCAR wants to know every team's financial records. Now, let's not get sophisticated here. I don't want y'all telling me, this or that. All I'm saying is NASCAR said to Judge Bell. I remember, Louis like, what the hell? Judge Bell is the guy's name. He's the judge presiding over this. Man, they are going at it. I mean, this is a damn battle royale. It appears to me, now this is my opinion, NASCAR is getting more pissed by the day. NASCAR said, the article reads, NASCAR wants 12 of the 15 teams. Now, 12 of the 15 teams. So if one of the teams was, Hendrick, that's 4 cars. And if the other one is Joe Gibbs, that's another, so 12 of the 15 teams, that's basically everybody. NASCAR wants to see the financial records because NASCAR's like, here's what NASCAR says. NASCAR says, you all are making money and you're wanting more, and that's pissing us off. Now, I said that. NASCAR's getting mad because they feel like the teams have plenty of money and they don't need any more. The teams are saying this. In the article, it says it takes as much as $18 million a year to run each car. So the story is this. Are you all spending the money? I think the word they used was egregiously. And I'll put it in Herminator terms. Are y'all wasting money trying to be big time? Well, I mean, what is wasting money? You're running, NASCAR's got jets. Now, I have seen Ben Kennedy and I've seen Steve O'Donnell on commercial airliners. I was on them with them. I was at the Daytona airport and I got on a plane and there was old Ben Kennedy and we had a nice little talk. And then I was sitting in first class and here comes Steve O'Donnell. He looked at me and he said, Herman. So NASCAR does fly their executives commercial. But I'm assuming you gotta have airplanes. You're not going to be able to run 39 weekends out of the year commercial. All the teams have got, they charter big airplanes. I mean, do you need a motorhome? I think you do. Now, let me tell you about me. When I raced in NASCAR, there was 250,000 people at all the races. So I had to have a motorhome. You did not dare leave that racetrack. If you left a racetrack with 250,000 people, you couldn't get back in. So I had a motorhome. I had a motorhome driver. I had a King Air 200 airplane, and I had a pilot. So right there's 2 employees just being a race car driver. I also took that airplane and went around and serviced my sponsors. Every week, Square D, they were wanting me to give speeches, go here, go there. So I'd run a race on Sunday, and on Tuesday, I'd be somewhere in America giving speeches because the sponsor paid me not just for that name on the car. There's way more. You got to do appearances, speeches, autograph sessions. So you have to, what we call, service the sponsor. Some of that stuff you can't do commercial. So I don't know that these teams are wasting money. I will say that, this next gen car was no joke. Where are you going to get that money? So when they brought the new car in, when they brought the new next gen car in, where are you going to get that fresh money? And what are you going to do with the cars that you've been running? You can't sell them, so you smash them. I don't see, ARCA taking them. I don't see the Xfinity Series taking them. It won't work. They're cup cars, and that's all they are. Now, you might be able to use some of the parts, but I believe it does take every bit of $15 million. How much does the driver make? So you see what I'm saying? You got payroll, you got planes, you got buses, you got parts, pieces. It takes a lot to run this deal. The bottom line is NASCAR wants to see if these guys are spending too much money. But I want to end like this, everybody. Judge Bell said this. Remember about 2 weeks ago, I said the judge said, you all go in a locked room and figure this out. Well, they didn't. And Judge Bell said something very profound. He said, I've never seen a group of people wanting to burn the house down. He said, but I'm the fire marshal. And in December, when this goes to court, I will put the fire out. It's right there. That's what Judge Bell said. I've never seen a group of people trying to burn NASCAR down, burn the sport down. All of you, all together. Basically, everybody. Why are you trying to burn the sport down? You've made a living at it this long. Kind of reminds me of what Mark Martin said. Mark said, what was wrong in the 90s? Everybody was making a lot of money. What was wrong? Everything was good back then. Why is it not good now? I don't know. I think Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan and that whole bunch and, a 2311 and, they're not really, I guess you could say 2311 in front row. They're taking NASCAR to court. I guess they need more money. It's getting ugly, everybody. It's getting ugly. Judge Bell said, I'm going to give you this opportunity to go in a closed room and come out and be done with this. But why would the judge say, I've never seen an effort to burn the sport down? He didn't say sport, but basically. What does that mean? What does that mean? Respond right here. And the teams are arguing that if we were to show you our financial records, it could be catastrophic. What does that mean? So I'm asking you two things to respond to. Judge Bell says, I've never seen an effort to burn a sport down so hard as NASCAR and 2311 in front row. And then the 12 teams that are wanting to, so here's what happens. They said that there was a line of lawyers there, just a line of lawyers for all these teams. And they're all saying it would be catastrophic if everybody knew our business. Because the article read, well, what happens if, they're showing what drivers make, all that. That's nobody's business. That's like you getting to see how much money Shani Ohtani makes. Well, maybe he's worth it because when he gets done hitting, he can also go pitch. But really, it's none of my business what you make. Listen, it's the same thing as me going to lunch and going to everybody's table at lunch going, how much money you make? And they're appalled. So are you willing? Are you willing to just put it on? I mean, maybe you will, because maybe you make $52,000 a year, and that's fine. That's great. But I think there's a big portion of people out there just don't want their family and their friends knowing what kind of money they make. It leads to jealousy. It leads to all bad. And it's all got to do with the brain. So that's what these teams are fighting against. We don't want you to know what we're making because it leads to jealousy and it leads to everything. It could lead to NASCAR going, y'all are spending too much money. See, we told you. All right, respond right here. Have a great Wednesday.